So announced the arrest of a corrections officer today. It's the first one so far this year, but it follows more than a dozen arrests last year. Action Jackson's Nicholas Brooks is live at JSO. Nicholas, you've discovered that a number of these arrests involve domestic violence or abuse.
Yeah, Ben, in fact, 1/3 of last year's arrests of JSO employees were linked to some form of domestic violence. Last year alone, JSO arrested 14 of its own employees. Now another arrest was made Thursday, marking the first of the new year.
Corrections Officer Christopher Bowens was arrested on one count of false imprisonment, which is a third-degree felony, and battery, a first-degree misdemeanor.
Sheriff T.K. Waters also shared his thoughts on hearing about yet another arrest of one of his staff for a domestic dispute.
I don't want this to happen. It should not happen. It did, and now we're going to take the steps necessary to make sure that employee, who's no longer an employee, can't do this again. Because of Bowen's arrest, Action News Jax went into our records and found out that 5 out of the 15 JSO employee arrests covering both this year and last year were related to some form of domestic violence.
He should know better. He's taken an oath to protect.
We spoke with Teresa Richardson, a certified legal document preparer who has seen many couples seeking separations due to intense domestic disputes.
If they cannot control their temper with their companion, their spouse, how can they control their temper in the streets with normal citizens?
She weighed in on the consequences of these domestic violence or abuse cases, especially when those involved are law enforcement officers.
1, he needs to be fired. 2, he needs to take that badge off. 3rd, he needs to go to jail. And his sentence should be higher than the average Joe sentence.
According to Sheriff Waters, these arrests hindered their mission of recruiting quality men and women who are dedicated to serving and upholding the law.
It's a waste of our taxpayer dollars to put a person through all of this, everything that needs to happen before you can come here and work, and then you ruin it with a bad decision.
Yeah, and JSO continues to take a hard stance on misconduct, emphasizing that actions like these have no place within their ranks. For the coverage you can count on reporting in Jacksonville, I'm Nicholas Brooks, Action News Jax.